majestically on the Clark flight line this morning as motorists pulled off Mitchell Highway to gaze at the unique aircraft. A KC-135 Stratotanker lifted off to refuel the mystery speed jet once it was airborne. More vehicles pulled off the road to witness the afterburner takeoff. In seconds, the engines roared and pushed the jet off the runway. It circled the flight line twice and flew directly over the crowd on Mitchell, with the huge jet engines rumbling the ground. The plane bolted straight to the heavens to reach its maximum cruising speed, and it left the witnesses of this unique and mysterious aircraft spellbound.
Alright, good afternoon history buffs and history lovers. Welcome to another episode of History by Bike. And for today, well, we will not be going on a biking expedition, but our topic for today, it will be about a very remarkable aircraft that made its presence as well here in the Philippines. This is the SR-71 Blackbird. So what you've seen earlier is a video of a Blackbird taking off from Clark Air Base. That was also in the 80s. But for this particular episode, we will be talking about an incident that occurred just off Northern Luzon, and this was a crash of the SR-71 Blackbird known as Ichiban, and it came from Kadena Air Base in Japan, and it had a catastrophic accident off of Northern Luzon. So please don't forget to like, share, and subscribe to my YouTube channel. And here we go. We will be talking about Blackbird Ichi-Ban. On April 21, 1989, SR-71 61-7974, better known as Ichiban, departed Kadena Air Base on a mission. This aircraft was lost on the 21st of April 1989 over the South China Sea and is the last loss of any Blackbird. Pilot Lieutenant Col Dan House, flying at Mach 3, said the left engine seized. The engine compressor bearing froze, causing disintegration, and shrapnel from the engine hit the right side hydraulic lines, causing a loss of flight controls. The pilot descended to 10,000 feet and 400 knots before ejecting. House and Radar Systems Officer Blair Bozek ejected and came down safely in the ocean. They had been able to broadcast their position before abandoning the Blackbird. They came down 200 yards off the coast of Luzon Island in the Philippines. the crew were immediately rescued by native fishermen. The fishermen were very excited about their unexpected guest, so they just had to show the mayor. With no time to alert Kadena that they were safe, they were whisked off to an impromptu party. After the party at the mayor's house, they were able to use their radios from a rice paddy to confirm that they were safe. A Russian ship was still prowling around. Search and rescue asked some of the fishermen, "Do you know where the jet is?" "Sure," they replied in perfect English. "We put 3 sticks in the sand here. We will show them to you. The Blackbird's wreckage is 2 miles out from the sticks." The SR-71 was found in 120 feet of water. The crash scene was off the northern tip of Luzon Island in the Philippines. The wreckage of 974 rested in 120 feet of water. An emergency ordnance disposal (EOD) and Navy SEAL team was immediately dispatched to the crash scene from Subic Bay Naval Air Station in the Philippines. They were to disarm any explosives, if needed, and the SEALs to provide security. 2 U.S. naval vessels, the frigate USS Ule and a fleet tug USS Shio, sped to the scene to provide security. The recovery vessel USS Beaufort ATS-2, commanded by Lieutenant Commander Kemp Scudin, was dispatched from Sasebo, Japan, to lift the Blackbird from its watery grave. The Beaufort was skillfully equipped with a 10-ton crane on the bow and a 16-ton crane on the stern. Divers had the latest equipment, the Mk-12 dive system, and decompression facilities on board the ship. Additionally, 6 scuba divers were used. Of more immediate concern were secret components such as surveillance sensors, now scattered on the floor of the Babuyan Channel, 250 miles north of Manila. The USS Beaufort, a 280-foot salvage ship, arrived on the scene on April 29, 1989. Recovery efforts were swift. Sonar operations on April 29 and 30 found the debris field. Former U.S. Air Force Tech Rep at Deal, Jack M. Levine, explained to the Aviation Geek Club, "When 974 was raised from the ocean by the U.S. Navy, the chemical TEB, or triethylborane, that mixed with oxygen to ignite the engines caused flames to shoot out from around the SR-71 like Puff the Magic Dragon when it was raised up out of the water. The chemical caused a high flash temp to get the engines to ignite. This was needed because the fuel, JP7, would not light without the mix. The TEB was stored in special tanks to allow for up to 16 shots to start the engines when unstarts would happen, or to ignite the afterburners." According to former U.S. Air Force Chief Master Sergeant Roberto Garnica, it was witnessed and reported that the aircraft impacted the water inverted. All heavy components broke through their upper support structure. Note, the landing gear is sticking out from the top of the wing. Both engines broke all mounts and broke through their nacelles' upper structure. SR-71 61-7974 Wreckage was placed back in the same hangar it departed on its ill-fated flight months earlier. Former Blackbird RSO Colonel Don Emmons recalls in Richard H. Graham book, SR-71 Blackbird Stories, Tales, and Legends. Although there was an ideal place for the Accident Investigation Board to examine the wreckage, it didn't do much for the morale at Det 1. Imagine the tremendous satisfaction and pleasure of working daily on a larger-than-life machine and then later viewing it daily in a destroyed state. Consequently, when the board completed its investigation, the wreckage needed to be removed ASAP. Burial at sea seemed the best option. Emmons concludes, the remains of SR-71 974 were buried at sea with full military honors. The occasion occurred at 11:57 hours on Christmas Eve of 1989. The coordinates given placed it several hundred miles from Okinawa. The final resting place was in 25,597 feet of water in an area known as the Mariana Trench. So, I hope that you liked our topic for today, which is of course about the SR-71 Blackbird. But before we go away, I will be showing something really cool here. And this is an SR-71 Blackbird artwork made by Sir Bong Aguilar. So I'm giving a shout out to Mr. Bong for giving me this artwork of this. So it's very cool. So again, thank you, Mr. Bong, and I'm going to treasure this particular piece of art that you gave me. So I guess that will be our episode for today. So don't forget to like, share, and subscribe to my YouTube channel. Again, this is History by Bike, and I'm thanking you for sticking around and watching my videos. So see you on the next one, and everyone, please take care.